YouTube, what is going on? It is Sandz here. As promised, got a video for you guys, kind of breaking down Slums, and you can see that we're going against a team here. So this is me playing solo ladder. I got one guy that's supposedly representing Farico, and another guy that has the Optic Gaming clan and all that other stuff, but looked him up and it doesn't appear that he's on the Optic roster, so I think that he's probably just more of a fanboy. And nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's perfectly fine. But what I did want to share with you guys, just some of the call-outs. Obviously, we're playing Capture the Flag here, and the team that we're going against, I think they were rank 5 Masters. So we were able to pull out the win, and I went 19 and 10, I believe. So as you can see right here, just spawned. I got the AN94 with a red dot sight. I'm rocking dual wield B23s, and then I have let's see, lightweight, toughness, and then dexterity. So that's pretty much like my basic class. So a couple of the callouts right here, obviously we're in the middle, and this is statue, and then immediately off to that left, that kind of weird area that sticks out is bricks. That building I just looked in right there is coffee. It says coffee right above it. And if you yell police car, it's going to be pretty much this police car right here that I'm right next to. There is another police car in the very back, but you know, pretty much that's it. So those are the major call-outs, at least in this area, and then we'll see. And you know, there was a guy back there on the head glitch, and that's kind of like an awesome anchor spot. So if you're playing hardpoint or if you're playing Capture the Flag, it's a good place to control. You're able to pretty much shut down that entire right half of the alley until someone's able to push you off of it. So for me, like you can see here, that I challenged him a little bit, and then I just pretty much came back over through the middle instead. Now we just pulled the flag, so for me what I want to do is get the cutoff. So people are going to say get my cutoff. So what I'm doing right here is I'm pushing over to bricks, which is this area right here, right where all the bricks are, because I had a feeling that they were going to spawn on that right hand side, pretty much coming off of coffee. So for me, you know, cutoffs are a major part of this. So something that you want to be aware of. If your teammate does pull the flag, make sure that you get their cutoffs. And there's certain major arteries in the map that are cutoffs, and that was one of them. So when I came out and I turned right, you know, I mean, looking at the map, the majority of my team was on the left-hand side, though. So the only way that the other team was probably going to come was on that right-hand side. So you know, just take a look at the map while your teammate's pulling the flag, and take a guess as to where the opposing team is going to be spawning, because you know, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be right. Now, another one of the major areas or points of contention is Blue House, which is the building that's opposite of bricks. So it's the one right there off to the left that you might see momentarily, right there where I'm dead. Obviously, it's called Blue House because it's blue. So those are the pretty much the major areas of the map, and of course they all revolve around that center area. Or if you play domination, it's pretty much going to be wherever Bravo flag is. You know, wherever the B flag is pretty much where it's going to be, you know, the major area. So right here I posted up here just because I had a feeling that they would be pushing brick side. The reason why was because you know, I think we had 2 people down on our team, 2 or 3 people down, and then I ended up losing that gunfight right there. And I'm not 100% sure that I actually lost that gunfight. I don't know if that should have been a double or what, but in any case, it was a little bit frustrating. So right here, I'm cutting through cemetery, so that's another call out that you'll hear oftentimes. And then of course, right here where I'm next to is garage. So those are going to be the major call outs. Now back here where our flag is another pretty important area if you're playing hardpoint, and is one of the major anchor points. Now a lot of people just call it fountain, but if you actually look above it, there is an ice cream cone. So you could call it, you know, ice cream if that's how your team knows it, or else, you know, fountain. So yeah. So in any case, this garage area is also another major point of contention, and you can see right here, like I'm hiding behind this door, which is actually nice. It provides you a lot of cover, and I could hear the guy. So I heard him run the alley, and then he happened to hop in right here. So again, you know, sound is your friend while you're playing, you know, League. So make sure that you're listening. Obviously, if someone's like climbing up or you hear them mantling, you're going to have an advantage over them. And I would even say, like if you're playing search and destroy, I can think of an area on the map cargo, and of course when we break that map down, we'll go into it. But you can hear them climbing up every single time, and you know, you can get the kill. So right there, there was another guy that actually headed out towards that other side of the alley over here, and you know, I kind of blind fired the smoke, and the guy came around and was able to get me. So you know, that's what happens sometimes. So right there, that was blue. And I'm pushing down right here, end up getting shot in the back, but make a dumb challenge right here. Like I push up way too far. So, if I'm going to challenge someone that's all the way in the back, obviously the closer that I move forward right there in that area, the less line of sight I have. I probably could have shot through the top of the roof and tried to get him, but it's just one of those things that if I was to challenge again or replay that, I would probably push farther back on the stairs instead and try and get the challenge that way. So right here you see that yellow bin on the left and then the tables on the right. So those are great anchor points or little head glitches where you can stand up there and you have a pretty good line of sight. Obviously if you're on the tables, you have line of sight all the way down the alley. And if you're on the yellow dumpster back there, what's nice about it is that you're actually able to see both the left and the right, and it's kind of an unusual spot. Like a lot of people really don't anticipate that you're going to be there. So, then right here where I'm hiding next to Coffee, next to that police car, there's so much penetration in this game, and I don't mean that in like some pornographic way, but there's like a lot of penetration. There's a ton of bullet damage. I don't know of many people that really rock Full Metal Jacket while playing League, but just remember that you can shoot through walls and everything else. And right there with that kill, my teammate actually made an outstanding call out. So he threw a concussion grenade and then called out, there's one in cemetery. So I was able to turn left and then see that he was there. So that's another tactic that you may want to use. In the beginning of the game, I believe I threw a concussion or an EMP grenade out, and I'll throw those out randomly in places where I think that people might be. So right here, this is a bad play actually. Right there, all of us were looking right, and no one was looking towards blue. And then I finally come over here. Now, luckily, they didn't push on blue, but that would have been, they could have taken out, all three of us. So, just be aware of that, and that, again, being cognizant of the map is definitely where it's at. And you have to be able to trust your teammates. Now, again, this was a solo ladder, so I wasn't able to, we hadn't gelled like some of the other teams. So if you're playing on a four-person team, you're definitely going to have a little bit of an advantage. And then right there, I usually don't shoot trophy systems because I don't want to give away my position. But in that instance, I felt like they already knew that I was there because I had killed the guy, and sure enough, that guy came over and was able to finish me off. So it was interesting because this team, like they started off relatively well. Like they were set up back here, like they really had their lines of fire and they knew who was responsible for what. And then I think they just started kind of playing desperate because they knew that they needed to get a pull, and that's just kind of how it is sometimes. I guess and right here, that guy, I thought he was dead. I thought my teammate killed him, but he actually got drop shotted, and then I got pinched right here. So I had the guy that came from bricks, and then I had the guy that came from the head glitch. So man, that was my fault. My vision was not that great in that particular instance. But hey, what can you do? So then this guy, I knew that he was pushing that back alley, so directed my attention back there. So again, map flow and understanding is just one of those things. I'm not that great at it, and I admit it. It's kind of like the area that I'm really trying to improve on the most. My gun skill is medium, I guess I would say. It's not awesome, but it's not bad. But I feel like if you understand the map and you can understand where people are spawning from, you're definitely going to have a leg up on other folks. And that's part of my issue, is that I always get killed from behind, it seems like, because of whatever reason. Pretty much just because I'm not paying attention. So map flow, definitely be cognizant and aware of your areas and of what's going on. So right here I'm pulling the flag, and I'm trying to get back over towards blue where my teammates were, but that guy, obviously he had just spawned off right there and knew that I was going to either go one way or the other. So again, he was using his cutoff points well. So like right here, I was luckily able to get our flag back because everyone else was dead. You can see right there that there's only, at the time that I actually killed him, there were only 2 arrows on the map, me and one other teammate, so that would have been a definite pull. So luckily I was able to get that. So again, that middle of the map control, if you guys can hold it, like ideally if you can have one person in blue, one person on bricks, and one person in that middle statue, you can control the entire map. Like there's no one's challenging you, no one's gonna fuck around because no one's able to spawn behind you. And then if you have one person that can just pull the flag, it's awesome. That's optimal setup. So back here, I just had a feeling that someone was going to come back off of blue side, and they did, so I was able to get them off. And you can see I'm on the radar. All three of them spawned, or all three of my teammates spawned over on that police car side. So it was a good thing that I actually waited and I didn't advance. And again, it's just one of those things like where I'm finally starting to figure all of this stuff out, and I'm not doing a great job at it, you know, but whatever. And this is weird. Watch this. So like I mean, not the screen going black, but like I go to reload my my B-23s and it reloads one, you know, and then it doesn't reload the other. And I could have sworn that I pushed X, but whatever. So for whatever reason, it didn't. In any case, yeah, so that's the breakdown of it. End up going 19-10 against this other team. And yeah, hopefully this helps you guys. Thanks for watching.